Ironman Nice, that was an average day, I'd say. For me, it was average. It was like okay. Swim, I felt really good. Kind of I was like second or third in the group that swam 51 minutes, and was 5 minutes down on the fastest swim, which was a massive improvement on how I had been swimming earlier this year. And I felt like my swim was in a good place because I'd kind of tinkered with my training a bit, changed a few things around, and my swim had come on no end since Challenge Roth, and I was 10 minutes down Challenge Roth, I was 5 minutes down in this one, and since then I've kind of made some even bigger improvements. I'll go into that later. Out onto the bike, and the power was absolutely fantastic. For the first hour and 53 minutes, I averaged 347 watts average, just under 360 normalised, which was as high as what I did in the 70.3 the previous week, where I rode for 3 minutes faster than the guys that won it, or 2 or 3 minutes faster, rode up to the lead group. So that was very surprising that I was losing time to the front. I did catch a couple of big groups, like the one with Patrick Lang, Daniel Beckard, Harry Palmer. I think they were like 3 or 4 minutes up the road when we started the bike, and we caught them pretty easily. But we're still losing time right to the front. Matt Marquardt was in the group, Cam Worth, Sam Long, so some absolute hitters. Ben Hill, unfortunately he crashed, but he was riding really well. Matt Marquardt was absolutely putting us to the sword. The guy was riding super strong. Like Leon Chevalier was in there. So I was with all the people that you needed to be that weren't going to swim with the front pack. So I kind of went with it, and I was hoping that when we got to the top of the big climb, the pace would ease up a bit and I could kind of recover, and then hopefully make it to the end of the last climb before the descent, and then recover a little bit and then have a good marathon. But on that climb, it just didn't ease up. I was riding at the bottom 410 watts, and I was literally just holding the position that I was in. I wasn't riding, overtaking people. I was just staying in the line, and it was just too much for me. And in the end, I had to knock the pace down a little bit. I was hoping for 370 would be enough to ride really well, and I thought that might be enough to kind of not ride as well as the guys at the front, but ride as well as like people like Rudy and people like that, and certainly as good as the guys that I was in the pack with. But it turns out it wasn't. I averaged just under 370 in the end for 47 or whatever minutes it was, and was dropped by him. I caught the guys in the chase group, but that was as good a power as I could have expected to hold. And after that I kind of blew a little bit on the plateau, but I took my chances early on in the race, and then it was just a case of got to the run and felt average, not great, not bad, and just ran a 2:49. Not really much to say. It was like 30 something place starting the run, ended up finishing 20 something in the end, and it was a pretty unspectacular day. It was good early on the bike. If I'd have paced it better, I could have done a bit more, but I was thinking at the time the guys that I was with might slow down a little bit, and then we would end up picking some people off, and I'd be in the mix for a top 10. I think even if I'd have paced it great and done my best ever race, I don't know how much better it would have been. I mean, we caught Patrick on the climb, Patrick Langer, and put time into him. He did catch me back later on in the ride, but still to catch him by the time we got 55 k's in shows that we were riding pretty well, and we're bigger guys. I'm 80 kilos. Like, the climbs don't suit me as well as they suit someone who's 65, 70 kilos. So the course wasn't great for me, and I gave it what I had. That was what I had, really. There's not much more to say on that. Since then, I've been carrying on what I've been doing in my swim. My swim's improved quite a bit. Like, Jacob's been doing a lot of swim with me, and we did a 1900 the other day in training, just as like an Ironman kind of effort, would you say? Like, it was like a solid effort, but it wasn't like flat out, it was just solid. And I swam 24:50, so that's in quite a good place. I'm pretty pleased with how that's going, and I'm thinking if I can carry on building on what I've been doing, then, and with the gains that I've had since Challenge Roth, hopefully in Arizona I could have a fantastic swim and get out 3 minutes or so down from the leaders. And at the moment with my training, my swim's taken the biggest priority, then the running, and then the biking, because I'm naturally, I think, probably a bit better at the biking than the others, is taking the least priority. So the moment the swim's is coming first. And it's been going really well. The running's coming on, considering I had a bit of time off after Nice, to recover and to have a bit of a break, because I'd been training quite hard for quite a long while. And now it's just building up for one last race, Ironman Arizona, where I want to finish the season hopefully on a high, have a great race. Last time I was there I managed to get the win. If I can have a race like I did last time I was there, then I'd be absolutely over the moon. So we're building up for that, aren't we? We've just done a decent run, interval session, and now getting some nutrition in.
540s. 330.
I was thinking 530s, but that's probably too quick.
Give it a little wave if you want, say hello. I'm just getting the start bit. No, I reckon I was planning before he said anything, 330.
Saturday was an 8-mile tempo, so the plan was the coach for the sessions is a guy called James, and he coaches the the Wednesday evening and the Saturday morning session.
Marathon pace, so it's steady, kind of conversational just about, into all the way into that last mile, which is hard, which means whatever you feel like, attack it.
Attack it.
Race the guy next to you, push him in the hedge.
Danny's been getting excited about that all week, that last mile.
Yeah, it's because it's chill and everyone fucking falls out. It's almost like a warm-up, isn't it?
I normally go to the Saturday morning session because it fits in a lot better in my training. And the session was 7 miles tempo, 1 mile hard, trying to hit 5k pace or close to it, which is actually pretty tough when you've done 7 miles tempo first. So,
right, 3, 2, 1.
Can't be knees on there, mate. You're getting old.
I think the first 7 miles was around 330-ish per kilometre, and it's on a place called Marriott's, which is a mixture of trail and a mixture of like path. It's really good because there's no traffic. It's an old railway line, and there's only one road to cross. And then so you can go. We go 4 miles out, turn around, 4 miles back, and the last mile was 4:51 for me, which was pretty solid for where I'm at the moment with my training.
Give the camera a little wave, Danny. Tell it how good you're feeling.
That's my race now.
Yeah.
Let's hope that one don't make it good.
He races to train. Joining a 6k in, where we're giving Danny a music lesson on proper music. Danny's talking a big game. He's looking like he's got the clipboard in his hand. They say he's harder to stop than Owen in his prime. You're like a Messi, aren't you? A Messi. We're calling you Owen because you had the skills but spent half your career on the bench injured. Go on, Logan. Turn.
Oh, beautiful at the back. Come on, Jacob, set the pace. There
Oh, what'd you do? Wow. Well done. You look good from the start. Well done.
So Saturday afternoon was a bike ride, just 3 hours steady, and I did that indoors on I would say on Zwift, but it wasn't even on Zwift. It was literally with YouTube and just a head unit on the Garmin. Yeah, I kind of find like Zwift's been a bit funny. It's like affecting my head unit, and I don't get that. It cuts out, drops the power and stuff like that. So I've kind of canned that off and just using the head unit now. And that was a bit of a slog. It was great when the women's Ironman World Champs came on for the last hour of my ride, and I could watch that, and which actually made it go quite quick then at that point.
You have a 10K?
Yeah, and then the long run. But it's like the Sunday run. If I'm not going so hard on the Saturday, I don't mind doing a quicker Sunday.
Yeah, same here.
And the ones in the week are slow, whatever you feel like.
Yeah, exactly.
Just as slow as whatever.
That's what I do.
Yeah. They're the recovery ones. The Sunday one's the end of a big week. Just getting in what you got left, basically.
So 28.5k long run. We've done 18 kilometers now, and then we're just going to do a little bit of a pickup, probably 3:45 kilometer pace or effort. That effort if we run on the flat. So on downhills be a little bit quicker, on the uphills be a bit slower. We've only got 10.7 kilometers left, so we're not sure how long we're going to do it for. We've got to cross the main road in a minute, so there's no point starting right now. And then we'll kind of play it by ear. It could be as little as 7 kilometers like that. It could be as long as close to 10 kilometers. We'll just see how it goes. It's not really an important kind of tempo. It's just if you feel good, pick it up a little bit. Sunday morning was a tough run. 28 kilometers, 28.5 kilometers with Danny, who you saw today. And we picked it up for 8 kilometers after 18 kilometers of running. So basically from 18 to 26.
22k in, we're flying, aren't we? We are flying. 3:35.
Do a leap of playing. If Carlsberg made Sundays.
What could be better? Joe breathing hard.
We were averaged, I think, under 5 minute 40 miling. Non-carbons, just like standard, normal shoes. I was in the Sky Flows from Hoka, which is your bog standard shoe, not even a fast one. Wasn't really expecting to run 5 miles quite that fast. But did it, felt actually pretty good, and I was really pleased to tick that off. And then Sunday afternoon, went to David Lloyd, got a swim session in. You were there for that, weren't you?
Oh, I wasn't there.
You weren't there?
Sunday, was it?
Well, yeah, were you not there?
That's when you...
Flipping it, I didn't realise how many sessions you missed, mate. Like, yeah.
I wasn't there.
Sunday, no, I remember what I did on Sunday. So Sunday afternoon, I put on the wetsuit, and because I know the water in Ironman Arizona is freezing cold and you don't get much of a warm-up, my plan on Sunday afternoon was to do a land warm-up that I could do before an Ironman, and then go straight into an 800 meters pretty hard, like I would say 70.3 effort, so fast, but not all out. And I managed to go 114s per 100. That was basically, you could warm up on the land, but then as soon as you got in the pool, you got ready and then you went. There was no like pool warm up, and I found that really good because it gives you the confidence that, you know, if you turn up to an Ironman and you're not able to get in and do a warm up first, you can swim hard, and you know, it doesn't kind of give you anxiety, if you know what I mean, that you're gonna miss a pack or get off to a bad start in a race, which is so vitally important in the professional racing. It's not so important in the age group race because you can kind of build into it, but in the pro racing, if you don't start off fast, you can miss a pack and you can end up losing a lot of time. So did that worked out really well, and then it was just the rest of it was kind of a bit of endurance, like so another 800 steady, 600 steady, 600 fast, 300 of each, and then some hundreds afterwards. Ended up being 4k. Pretty good. And then Monday did a swim with Jacob. That was where we did like a 1900 meter effort, kind of like Ironman, kind of a fast, honest Ironman effort. If I got into, like, if I kind of swam the Ironman the best possible pace I could hope to swim without fucking my race, and that was 24:50. And then we did some hard stuff afterwards, didn't we, where we did, oh yeah, it was a 250 pretty fast, 250s, 200 pretty fast, 250s, 150, 250s, 100, 250s, and yeah, that was working pretty hard, like 9 out of 10 for them afterwards. So that was a solid set. And then yeah, we're pretty much where we are on Wednesday. And
you're forgetting yesterday, mate.
I know, but I can't remember what I did yesterday.
I didn't think I was going to make it though.
Are you running today?
Yeah, what was going on?
That blister's really bad, yeah.
You running, yeah?
I'm going to try it. I'm going to attempt
Oh my
it.
god.
I'm
He's
gonna
going to
attempt
turn
it.
around it in a bit. Like,
Yeah, I know. I'll have to see how it goes.
Has to be the first kit.
I reckon.
Yeah.
For the longest time.
You are, mate?
You never won one.
No, woman, no. I was just saying Danny should get one. Yeah, Danny needs to get one.
we talked about this on Sunday, mate.
He doesn't
But you weren't there because you bottled it.
Nah, mate. It's just running with a friend, mate. Got to take it easy sometimes. Danny, you can't trust your wrist that way, mate.
got to wear
Yeah, I
one.
don't trust it, but you wear it enough that you know what everything is, if that makes sense. So even though it's wrong, I still know. Like, do you know what I mean? though? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
do you wear your
Like,
watch?
you know how wrong it is.
Yeah.
Don't see me do it.
Is that how it's done?
That's how it's done. Do you want to speak or not?
What's that?
Do you want to speak or not?
Yeah, all right, and yeah, we'll take that. Yeah.
Only if I get to keep some songs on. Mate,
Yeah,
I
you
sent him. Did you listen to the song I sent you
No, I haven't
yesterday?
listened to that yet. Go on, put.
Shall I put it on?
Go on in. Wolfie, what are you going to put on then?
Linkin Park, mate.
Oh yeah.
There you go, mate. This is what you want to listen to.
Sounds like a
This is
funeral
my
there.
intro, mate. This is me rocking up like to that 400 metre. This is my intro.
Shades on Apple with the glasses. Bro say cause he a sad. Bro, I don't
That
get
is
that.
absolutely horrendous.
6'7". I just bit right on the highway.
We did that run down Marriotts Way.
Did the run down Marriotts Way? Yeah, that was just. I mean, Tuesday was just basically a steady day, wasn't it? Really, and then there was a bit of intensity on the bike. So, in the morning, zone 2 run. Well, a little bit of zone 2. It was steady for like 7k. Then about 6 kilometers of zone 2, and then a cruise back home.
We went 403, 401, 356, 356, 353.
There we go. Which like actually feels a lot better once you pick it up, doesn't it? Like on the way out, you're running 420s to 430s. You feel a bit heavy-legged because obviously it's an easy run. It's coming after a long run on Sunday, so you're feeling it a bit. But then as soon as you pick it up, I think you feel fantastic, and it actually feels nicer. The run goes quicker, so quite like doing that. Now we're going to head in for a swim, or me and Jacob are. Danny's going home to chill out.
Mate.
Like he's
Done my work for the day.
He's jammy git. He's heading home and he's done. We're now going to go for a swim, 4k, probably some steadier stuff. Did a 1900 metre effort yesterday in the swim. It was probably like an 8 out of 10 effort. Basically what I would look to do if I was swimming if I was in an Ironman swim and I was swimming the hardest I'd want to in the group without going over the edge. It was probably that effort, and so I'm 24:53, so pretty pleased with that. I'm actually going to give another crack next week, probably with wetsuit on, and see if I can break 24 minutes for the same effort, which would be like a huge confidence boost going into Arizona. Then swim, that was all pretty easy apart from the last bit when we did the 75s, and they were kind of like close to 400 metre race pace effort for 75s. Well, actually I would say not race pace, they were slower than race pace. There was a race pace, 400 race pace speed, but we had paddles on, so it was actually a bit less. It was probably what you do for an 800. So, I mean, above threshold, low end of VO2, I guess you could say. 4K, ticked off. Slight change in the end. We did the 400, and then we did 2.2s, 300, 150s, etc. You get the picture. You half the big interval to the other part instead of doing hundreds. And then we did 10 75s off 110. I had paddles. Jacob hasn't got any paddles, but basically he did 4, missed 2, then 4. And we got down to swimming basically 400 metre max pace interval. I was hitting like down to 53s, which if I wasn't using paddles and I did a 400 all out TT would probably be about my 400 metre pace. So pretty solid in the end. Then 200 metre cool down, so it's 3,950. So that'll do. Nearly bonked at one point. I had to take a gel, didn't I? Luckily I had my emergency gel in there. I had 90 grams of carbs in here, and it still wasn't enough after that run, surprisingly. But yeah, thankfully got through it. Getting the recovery started with, see what flavour it is, sea salted caramel Stiker bar. Straight after, look at that, that's pro nutrition, mate, that is. 45 grams of carbs, 15 grams of protein.
Optimal recovery.
Optimised. Norwegian style. Junkyard dog versus Norwegian fire. We've got junkyard dog, we've got Wolverine, and we've got powerful pensioner. And then the bike, that was a bit annoying for me because I set out on the bike to do some intervals, like tempo threshold kind of intervals, and after about 4 or 5 minutes I punctured. I didn't have a huge amount of time because I had to pick Arabella up from nursery. I know, I literally punctured after like 4 minutes. I was about 1,200 metres from my house, so probably less than 400, less than a mile. It was a K probably away. So I just decided to quickly ride back home, jumped on the indoor bike, so I didn't have to fix the puncture because I'd run out of time. And then I did the main set where I did 1,200 tempo, 12 minutes tempo, 8 minutes a little bit harder, and then a 4 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute with 1 minute recovery. It was 2 minutes between the 12 and the 8, and it got higher power output as I went along. I think it started off at about 325 for the 12, it was about 360 for the 8, and then basically around 390, 400 for the 4, and then a little bit harder and up to like 495 for the 1 minute. So yeah, that was pretty good. Felt pretty wiped after that. I mean, I remember like trying to have a bit of a kip before I started that session to try and recover, and I felt so tired, my legs were twitching, I was trying to get sleep. I couldn't get sleep, so I put this podcast on that really boring, thinking that might help me get sleep. It wasn't helping me get to sleep. And then I looked at my clock and I'm like, oh man, I've got to start in like 40 minutes. Like if I fall asleep now, I'm just not going to get this done. So I got up, got changed and literally just banged it out, and then I felt great. But I think I was so tired last night, I just couldn't get to sleep. Like I fell asleep, woke up at like 1:30 in the morning, was tossing and turning, ended up being awake until about 3:30. Alarm went off at 8 o'clock. Felt like I was on death's door, but I knew that you were coming around, Tyler was coming around, Techno was coming around, and we're meeting Danny, so it was like I had no choice. It was like, right, I've got to go. Everyone's like, we're all committed to the session. Back again. Wednesday morning means long run with a couple of the regulars. So what's the plan then, Jacob, today? Fill the listeners in.
All right, I'll fill you in. We got 4 mile tempo basically, and then we're doing 4 times 1 mile off a minute.
There we go.
Brown Bluebell.
He knows. 4.5 mile tempo, target pace 3:35k pace, and then 4 by mile around 3:20 would be good. It's uphill one way, downhill the other, so it might be 5:25, 5:15, something like that. But we want to average it out to about 5:20, which after the terrible night's sleep that I had is going to be easier said than done. Just couldn't sleep. Slept for an hour, then woke up at 1 o'clock, and then or about an hour and a half, I don't know how long. Woke up at 1, then was awake for 2 hours. I had to try and tire myself out, so I was just trying to watch boring people's stuff on Instagram to get tired, and eventually it worked, and I went to sleep, and then the alarm went at like 8:10 because I changed it. Mate thought I'll make it a little bit later, and then I felt like I'd been slapped or something, or like had a hangover.
What was your sleep score? What did your watch say?
I don't wear it anymore.
Oh no?
No, I find it too negative. Like, because,
people obsess over sleep scores.
Yeah, I just don't see the point. I think you're best just waking up and seeing how you feel and playing it from there. Same with that heart rate variability. It was just too much numbers, too many influences on how you feel. I'd rather just wake up, play it by ear, and see for myself. So. No idea what it is. Haven't used it for months now. Techno,
I did.
Ready? You did.
8 hours.
8 hours?
Yeah, last night.
Yeah.
So
he's on board with the numbers.
He never sets an alarm. He said the only time he sets an alarm is on Saturday. You just wake up naturally, don't you? Feeling good. Yeah. So we're going to meet Danny, and we're going to be late. So
right, come on then.
We'll crack on. How fast can we do a 10-mile time trial on the e-bike? Should I have a crack at it?
Yeah.
What would be fastest, guys? Me picking a hilly loop round here. It's 5.5 miles. I do it on my TT bike, full gas, absolutely full send, and I do it on Tyler's e-bike, speed for power setting 5, full send as well with effort. What do you reckon would be fastest?
You on the bike because you won't let an electric bike beat you.
I'll give it a crack. We'll give it a crack, mate.
You wouldn't.
Get the power pedals on. We'll get the data as well.
Like I feel like I've been beaten up.
I'll start, and hopefully, just fingers crossed, it will be all right.
Yeah.
I think the reason it weren't that bad then is because you haven't got your heart rate up. It's when you're like breathing. The more you're breathing, the deeper your breaths are, the more painful it is.
You'll be all right when you get that blood pumping, mate.
Honestly, it feels like I'm getting stabbed every single time I breathe. Like it's an 8 out of 10 pain. It's not like a 5 or a 6. It's literally like a searing 8 or 9 out of 10. I am just doing the run today, so that was actually a blessing because I knew all I had to do was get through this. But weirdly, I had this horrible pain in my diaphragm. I spoke to my wife's friend, who's a doctor as well as my wife, and got some advice off them a little while ago. I think it could be like a muscle, a pulled muscle or something like that in there. But it was like a 8 or a 9 out of 10. Really horrible. Like when I breathed, it felt like stabbing pains, and I actually had to take some painkillers.
I want to keep my easy runs up to at least 10k at a minimum now.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's been nosy. What are you doing?
It's like,
Can I get some? Because my boyfriend's a tactical trainer. I'll be well pissed off.
Is it what is he?
Tactical trainer.
All right, what's that? What's a tactical trainer? Like army and stuff like that?
He does endurance with heavy weights on his back. He's ex-military.
Oh, is he? Oh,
Yeah.
he'll whip you into shape then. I bet he doesn't stop when he gets blistered, does he?
No, he doesn't. But he whinges to me about it.
Does he?
Yeah.
That's
Don't tell him I
alright.
told you. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
grasping it up. I've only been with him 18 months, so.
Yeah, probably been the best 18 months of his life, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I'll keep him in check, don't you worry. No, he's ex-military and he does like weights on the back. He does endurance. He does marathons
Oh, does he?
and stuff like that. Yeah.
He's more hardcore than Jacob. Jacob's never even run a half marathon.
I've never run a half marathon and I don't intend it. He's going to be giving me a piggyback on the next one.
Yeah,
and he can
he's
do the
way
running
more
and he
hardcore than you
can.
do.
I'll be the weight. I'll be the rucksack.
He doesn't put weighted vests and everything. Like
you've done that before, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done it before, mate.
Is it really bad?
He does it with
just
like
slow.
weighted backpacks and
Yeah.
he does marathons for charity and
Oh,
stuff.
he's built different. He's built
He's only 5'8", but
Is
he's built good.
different.
Yeah, he's only little.
He's like a little pit bull.
Yeah, he is.
He should join our club, the Junkyard Dogs.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Is it?
Yeah,
I'll put it in here.
got
And,
got merch and everything.
well, yeah, is it alright if I get a selfie with you? Because
Yeah.
that'll really annoy him. No, yeah, I better.
I'll stand up.
What do you think of that?
Mate, I thought he was going to get a selfie with me. I was hoping.
Stay up and what's your thing that you will group
If
thing?
is he on Junkyard Dogs?
Junkyard Dogs. I'll get him to look you up. Junkyard. Do you do it for charity or just for your own?
Just for ourselves, really.
Just to push yourself so you
Yeah,
can go.
just to push ourselves.
Yeah, well, he's 12 years younger than me. His body's more knackered than mine because he pushed himself too hard.
Does he?
Yeah. I told him to lighten up a bit. He's getting bald, so he needs to calm down a bit.
That'll probably be like me. All right. Well, good to meet you anyway.
Good to meet you, and best of luck with everything.
Yeah, he could always search for us on Instagram if he's
Yeah, I
on
will. I'll tell him.
there. All right, or on
Yeah,
YouTube.
lovely to meet you. I'm on
That's
Instagram.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That'll go on YouTube. This one as well. We'll put you in it if you want.
Yeah.
In the video, if you don't
mind.
Yeah.
That'd
You
be
can see it.
Thank you for your time. And
See ya.
best of luck with everything.
Thanks. See ya.
What do you get?
36, I think.
Lap 14, 102.
How you feeling, mate?
Yeah, really good actually.
Yeah.
Probably the best I felt for ages. Oh, it's all because I upped my mileage a little bit, so definitely really helps. I even gave Joe 10 seconds.
Yeah. How's the blister feeling?
Painful.
Yeah.
You know what? You're grinding through it. No excuses.
What pace are you running in right now?
About 5:17 mile pace.
5:17.
Yeah. 5:17.
Is that on pace? Is that what you're aiming for?
Yeah, about threshold, so
Yeah.
that's what I reckon it roughly is. This one's downhill as well.
Is this the last mile?
Yeah. Last one.
How you feeling, mate?
Alright.
Last rep?
Yeah, last 400.
Five what? That's good. Please get that done. Thought I was going to have to DNF.
Last one.
Alright, Joe, 502.
I thought you said you were going to slow it down.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, just,
4 seconds.
It just felt like so it actually was. Yeah, when you're there. When he flies himself, he flies.
Yeah, he does, yeah. Because he probably runs to his own, how he feels a bit better,
Yeah.
mate. But I think that was probably a bit quicker than what it should have been. It would have been better off
Are they
doing...
carbon or not?
Nah. Are yours?
No. Yeah, it's kind of one lap, like, you're not going so hard. Or, like, you're making sure you've got enough for another 4 mile lap. Like.
Yeah,
Right, is that?
But the 2 laps tempo, I think, is really easy. 'Cause, like, you know, you can do 2 laps, 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 2 laps and it gets you really fit because you can see the huge gains you've had. And when you do it, it's not even that hard, is it? It's like a 5 out of 10, isn't it? 6 out of 10, like you're chatting when you're running around. But it gets you really fit because you can see you've done that like 2 weeks, and now like already this week you're running way faster. Like, and it's not, and it doesn't actually feel that hard. And then you go into the evening session feeling fine. And then on Saturday you're able to nail the Saturday session. So all of a sudden you're like compounding all the good
Enjoy Coney Park run flat out Saturday. Let's go.
Is that what they're doing?
I don't know. I hope so.
The ribs. That was the most painful thing I've ever had running.
It's hard swims.
That was the most painful thing I've ever had running. Really? That was an 8 out of 10 pain, 9 out of 10. No, because of the cocodamol. I took a fucking gram of cocodamol. Like,
is that harder than the last mile in Nice?
Yeah, because it's not even that hard winning an Ironman when you're not going like.
What do you think, Joe? You're happy you got that done?
Yeah, happy I got it done. Yeah, like my chest was in agony at the start, but yeah, managed to come round, get a bit of a tempo in and get the miles. But yeah, it was pretty painful. I don't know what it was. I must have hurt it sleeping or something last night. It was fine yesterday. Yeah, look at his shoes. Show him, show Danny your the wear on it. That's what's wrong. When you've got wear like that, that shows that there's some definite.
You need just more cushions and like better shoes. Like long runners.
You know what would help him in the summer? What? Barefoot running. Because he would it would make him. So yeah, today's session didn't really go entirely to plan. Like I set off and I had this horrible pain right across my like diaphragm. It was. I've spoken to my wife and her friend. They're both doctors. And they reckon it sounds like it's muscular, and I thought it was muscular, to be honest. But I had to take some painkillers to try and get through the session, which I wouldn't necessarily advise, but I kind of had the feeling it was a muscular pain. I don't really know how it came on because I felt absolutely fine yesterday. I couldn't feel it when I was walking around, but it was just when I was breathing and taking big breaths I could feel it. So started off on the intervals and could feel it pretty bad. So stopped. Joined back in a little bit later with Jacob, and I think the painkillers had a bit more time to kind of kick in, and then I was able to complete the session, did the rest of the tempo. Obviously missed about 1.5 miles, 2 miles out at the start, but got a 2.5 mile tempo, which at least is something, then 4 bar mile afterwards with a minute recovery. So I managed to salvage something from it, and sometimes it's not about doing the best sessions you can do, it's just about ticking the box and doing it to the best of your ability on that day, and that was the best I had. Jacob, on the other hand, absolutely smashed it. Huge improvement. So it shows that things are going in the right direction for him because that was the best I've seen him run for a long while.
Probably like a year and a half, probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, for a while. But that's a general gist of what we've been up to the last few days, and the plan going forward is kind of keep things fairly similar, working on the swimming and the running and doing what I can on the bike. Then I go to Gran Canaria on the 28th of October, and when I go out there I'll do a bit more cycling, really push that on, keep on the swimming, and then the running will take a little bit of a back seat. I come back from there, I've got 9 days then until I head to Ironman Arizona, and then it will be ticking over kind of thing, not doing anything too crazy, and making sure I hit the race fresh, and fingers crossed I can execute a really good race and finish the season on a high. I feel like I'm pretty fresh after going away for a bit of a holiday after Nice, and I was really raring to get back into things, and I can feel the fitness is getting better week on week. So I'm pretty confident it should be good, and I've been feeling pretty healthy, fresh, not been ill or anything like that. So we just need to keep it going, don't we?
Right. Keep the grind going.
Keep the grind going. See you later, guys. Go on, Jacob, give it a little bark.
I'm not like you, mate. I can't do it. What? Do you reckon I could be an Ironman athlete? Do you reckon?
He wants to know whether or not he could be an Ironman athlete.
Who would win in a race? Me or Christian?
Christian?
Yeah.
Or you?
Yeah.
In an Ironman?
Mm.
Probably you. Like.
Yeah.